Hello, I just wanted to show you and share with you our new hermit crab pets that we got this weekend and what we have done to change their habitat. This is the orange color bin that it originally came in, and just had like maybe 1/10 of an inch of soil, just hardly any soil over here, and these are the original shells that they came in. Um, and we transformed that into this big, I think it's 2.5 gallon bin. And we got some cool stuff for their habitat. So first, I have a base filled up about an inch or almost, well, it was 2 inches, and after pouring some water, some of it has settled into almost 1 inch now. We got, so the base is basically peat moss, dried peat moss that we had in our house. So I just used it. And I went to the pet store, and they were selling a small bag of cypress mulch for, I don't know, $4 or something like that, crazy. And first I was thinking about buying the mulch for them as the base, and then I was thinking, from Home Depot or Walmart instead of PetSmart, so I can have the rest of the mulch that I can use in my garden. But then when I came home, I found this peat moss sitting in my garage, so I ended up using that. But I did buy this container itself from PetSmart. It was $15.99, and I bought this bridge set up so they can climb and they can entertain themselves. I didn't want something too big that they can climb out and get on the roof, because when they were in the small container and I had a stick inside it, just a tree stick inside it, so they could climb something, because hermit crabs like to climb a lot, and they could get on this this top cover of it and were able to climb it, but they didn't know how to get down, so they used to just drop. And I was thinking, if they drop from this height, they might end up hurting their cover or shell, and hurting themselves. So that's why I chose something that's not too tall, but tall enough for them to climb and explore. So then I got some sponge. You can see this is sponge, and I've soaked it in water. Actually, I keep all the sponges over here, and there's some extra shells that I've added. This one and this one. This is one of the shells that one of the crabs tried to get into. This is another pretty shell. And this is the shell that it originally came with in the cage to keep his water or food. So I'm just moving it here. But my hermit crabs actually were inside these two shells, the Superman and then this one, the yellow color one. And now they are in this one. There's one, and that's the Superman hermit crab. And I believe this one, let's see if I can catch. Yep, that's him. And they just love this peat moss. Let me see if he can come out. He's really cool. The Superman is more active than this other crab. He's always outside. The first day they, when we moved them from this small cage into this big, nice habitat, they dug themselves inside, and they were just gone. They didn't come out for almost 1 day. And the next day when they came out, I got these shells, and within like maybe a couple of hours they changed their shells, and I was able to record one of the videos, how they're doing it. Anyways, as you can see, this guy Superman is trying to climb up this wall. I sprayed some water, so be hard to see. I maybe 2 or 3 times a day I spray some water if I keep the cage open, so that they can have enough moisture and feel comfortable. And there's the water tray and the food tray, and I've seen them sit in that food tray. I don't know how they eat it, but I've seen them sit in the food tray for quite some time. Both of them have been sitting in there, so I know that they're eating and they are going to live. So we are really excited about this whole hermit crab setup and the whole thing. I bought the hermit crabs from the mall in the small container for $18, 2 of them, and then he sold me the food for $5. Of course they negotiated with me, so he said $30, and we were not going to buy them anyways. And then he says, I'll give you a really good deal, how about $25, and how about $20? So I said, okay, if he wants to negotiate and he wants to sell it for such a half the price, then why not? So then he said $18, and I was like, okay, fine. So that's why we ended up buying a hermit crab pat. I mean, I really like them, and it's really fun watching them. I can spend 10-15 minutes every couple of hours, come here and I look at them and watch them. It's pretty cool how they walk, and it's interesting. Anyways, so that's what I got. Also, I got this food medley, and it has a unique blend of pellets, dried shrimp, and meatworm. And this is by a brand called All Living Things, and I got it from PetSmart. I think it was like $4 or $5. And it really has actually worms, like dried worms. I don't know if you can see it. And this is the hermit crab food that they sold me for $5 from the mall shop. And this says that it has corn, soybean, alpha meal, animal and plant protein products, soybean oil, coconut oil, magnesium, copper, blah blah blah, some vitamins, and it has crude protein 12%, fat 3%, fiber 12%, and moisture 20%. versus this one has crude protein 43%, fat 8.75%, crude fiber 3.2%, and moisture 6%. So I think this is really a much high protein food, and I'm not sure if that's good or bad for them. So I have this one and this one. You know, for my dogs, I like to have a really high protein dog food. So that's why, you know, I decided to get both, and I've added both the food in the tray. As you can see some worms and some pellets that are from the other mall bought food. Anyways, that's what I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's my first time doing this video for YouTube, so sorry if it's moving a lot and blurry or whatever. Alright, take care.